Hi all, it's me again. So this is part two. We're gonna finish up scene two. I'm sorry it got cut off, but I only have 15 minutes for these three videos. So we're gonna pick up where Friar Lawrence is gonna give her the um, plan. I want you to think here. What do you think of Friar Lawrence's plan? I want this answer to be a little bit more in depth. Think about what Friar Lawrence is advising Juliet to do. Think about his past decisions. Many characters in this play have made rash decisions. Friar Lawrence obviously married Romeo and Juliet thinking that he was going to heal, he was going to remedy this ancient grudge between these two families. So it seems pretty admirable at first. Now I want you to think about what he's doing here again to help Juliet to assist in remaining married to Romeo, preventing this marriage to Paris. And think about if you think this advice or this assistance is admirable. Is it flawed? Do you think he's out of his mind? Do you think he has good intentions? Therefore, he's a likable character. Tell me a little bit about what you think about his plan and about his character after reading through this scene. Okay, I have to go up just to make sure this is playing. Okay, go. Okay, so let's think about the friar's plan here. Um, let's walk through this. So first, all right, you're going to go home. You're going to tell your parents, okay, I agree to marry Paris. Now, remember, Juliet's last conversation with her father, she said she wasn't going to marry Paris. What happened? Well, he was extremely disrespectful and rude and nasty towards his daughter, his only daughter. He said he would kick her out of the house. He would disown her if she did not show up to that church. So now she's to go home and say, okay, I talked to Friar Lawrence, I confessed, I'm ready to marry Paris. Okay, so remember, it is Tuesday. It's Tuesday right now. So he says, okay, Wednesday is tomorrow. And he says, tomorrow night, which is Wednesday, you're going to go to your chamber and lie alone. What he means by this, typically, since the nurse is kind of Juliet's assistant. She spends the night kind of keeping an eye on Juliet and sleeps in her sleeping quarters. So he's saying, make sure you're alone. Okay, that's number one. So go home, uh, tell your parents you're going to marry Paris. Number two, make sure that you go to bed alone. Okay. He says, here's the vial. It's like a sleeping potion. So I want you to look at what the sleeping potion is going to do. He says that night, Wednesday night, you're going to take the sleeping potion. And if you look, it says, through all your veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, no pulse. So literally, there's going to be no pulse. What? Is this plausible? Okay. It's gonna look as though she's dead. She's gonna appear pale. Her lips and cheeks are gonna fade. Okay. She's literally going to look dead. Okay. And she's gonna have no pulse. Okay. So, uh, let's see what else happens after she wakes after her parents find her dead. What's gonna happen? Now, bridegroom, that is Paris. Okay, bridegroom is like your fiance. When he comes the next morning, I guess that was typical. Is the fiance would come and wake up the bride to be. So he says when he comes to wake you up, you're gonna be dead. So he's saying what's going to happen is your parents are going to place your dead body in the same vault where all of her ancestors are located, kind of like a mausoleum. Okay. Okay, so how is Romeo going to find out this plan? Well, the friar's going to send him letters. We'll find out later how he's going to get these letters to Romeo. But what the friar is telling Juliet is, hey, don't worry. In the meantime, I'm going to converse with Romeo. I'm going to make him aware of everything that's going on. What can possibly go wrong? Okay, so he's saying, in the meantime, Romeo will know what's going on. He'll come, and when you awake, he's going to be there. He's going to be right by your side, and he's going to bring you to Mantua. Remember, Mantua is where he was banished at. He was exiled, and he had to go to Mantua, the city of Mantua. So Friar's saying, okay, when you wake up, Romeo's going to be there. You guys will go to Mantua. What else is going to happen? Okay, so there we have it. So there's a couple um, factors that go into this plan that Julie has to follow. And did she hesitate at all? No. She's like, give me that vial. Drink, 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 drink. She's ready to drink it up. Okay, she's desperate, willing to do anything to be reunited with Romeo. Okay, so this plan seems okay. All right, foolproof. But obviously, this is a Shakespeare play. It's called The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. We know something's going to prevent these two from being together. So, right now, it seems like everything could work out, but we'll see. Even though we know they're going to die, we're wondering, like, what prevented them from being together? Why did they have to take their lives? Why didn't this letter get to Romeo? Why didn't Romeo show up? We're wondering all these things. We're still, as audience members, questioning what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to move on to scene two. Okay, in scene two, uh, this is probably one of the best examples of dramatic irony. So hold on a minute. I'm going to get to the scene two page. Give me a second. Okay, very short scene here. Let's get started. Okay, I want you to look at this line. So Capulet is aware that Juliet went to the friar's cell. He thought she was going there, seek advice, confess for being a sinful daughter. Obviously, she was going to get, help, a remedy, some way to prevent this marriage to Paris. Now, look at what he says here. Okay, he may chance to do some good on her. So hopefully he helped her out and was able to get through to her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry. It is it. Again, he's referring to his daughter as it. What? Is this a good father? What do you guys think of him? Okay. I have to scroll up just to press the volume again. Okay. So, Juliet is back. Let's see what she says to her father. Okay, so remember, it's Tuesday right now. This wedding is supposed to take place on Thursday. Capulet is so overwhelmed with joy that his daughter, if you look up here, has confessed for being a disobedient daughter. He's so overwhelmed with joy that she's finally on board with marrying Paris that what did he do? He says, I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning. What? This wedding is now going to be on Wednesday? Think about the wrinkle, the twist, the little problem this presents and the plan. Juliet's not supposed to take the potion until Wednesday night. In the meantime, the friar is going to send letters to Romeo. Now remember, this is going to be on horseback. This is not through email. So it's going to take some time. So pushing up the wedding is going to really throw a lot of things off. Okay, so let's keep going here. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, really quick, stand up. So, in your notes, what can we assume Juliet was doing as she was talking to her father? And what does this behavior reveal about Juliet as a daughter and their relationship? Okay, so interesting. Our whole city is like in debt to Friar. It's a little ironic that Capulet is saying this because we Friar has done behind his back. Okay. Capulet thinks that he has gone through to Juliet. He's convinced her to marry Paris, but we all know that's the exact opposite. Great example of dramatic irony here. Okay. Okay. So Lady Capulet is trying to interject here, saying, hey, why are we pushing this up to Wednesday? She's trying to at least help her daughter a little bit. Um, I'm going to have to continue this on the next video, okay?